Oh, yeah!
Two different reactions there, aren't there?
I'm so sorry, everybody at home. I'm so sorry.
We have to win this!
We knew that. The scowl on Shay's face towards you just makes it even better.
There's always two sides to every story, isn't it? The sadness of conceding a late winner, and of course the joy that it brought to Wrighty's face.
I'm just really pleased with the guys who I work here with on a regular basis last season when they see how I act. But it's not for anything other than pure joy, because we needed to win this game so badly, Steve.
So let's get serious a minute.
Yes.
I mean, that's the type of thing champions do, isn't it, really?
Well, I think you look at last season, there were so many opportunities where Liverpool, we had to get into a game where you put pressure on Liverpool for something. We either drew the game.
Yeah, they couldn't do it, could they?
We couldn't do it. We'd never done too many. I think the last time we done anything like this where we needed to win something in the death, I think it was Bournemouth a few seasons ago. But this is a game where we went in and I think we started very well. I thought we started very well. We had chances. But once they went 1-0 up, it was a game we had to play back in and get ourselves back into the game, make sure we don't lose it, and if we can, win it, because that's what we have to do to send the message to whoever's at the top, that we're not going to go away and we will dig in as far as we need to win these games to try and win this league finally.
Yeah, that will have been severely noted on Merseyside.
Absolutely, because what you want them to, what the message you want to give them is, we're coming and we're going to be here. So yes, you're 5 points clear, but now you're 2. You lost your game against Palace. We have to now take advantage of that, and we've done that. That's why even if a point would have been a little bit, it wouldn't have been enough for me, even though you'd have to take it. 3 points is what we needed to do today, and I'm just hoping that in that dressing room they realise that, how important it is to make sure that they take advantage of these slip-ups if they do happen.
If you're in the Newcastle dressing room, though, having seen it happen against Liverpool and then against Arsenal, to take nothing from the game, having given all that effort, there'll be a tough one to swallow.
Yeah, it'll be very tough when you see Eddie walking around the pitch after. I think that's the frustration. Arsenal have got quality all over their squad, they have, and they're good enough to open you up, Steve, and play an amazing thing is, and they work at attacking corners, but they work at defensive side of things as well, and that's the most frustrating thing. We spoke about Eze and Cole beforehand. Odegaard comes off the bench, Saka, they've got some brilliant players, haven't they, Arsenal, and they can open you up and you go, we were beaten by a better team. They were a better team today, but we were beaten by an unbelievable goal. There's not much we could have done about that, but it's so frustrating that it feels just like a comfortable enough delivery into the box. Gabriel heads it in, and it's as you say, all that hard work, and effort, and I think Tino Livramento looked like it had a bad injury as well. So it's a tough day for Newcastle to concede so late.
The bench as well for us, Shay. The bench is vital for us in what we're going to try and achieve this season. And we've already seen on a few occasions, we've seen Martinelli, we've seen Trossard, we've seen Merino now. They're coming off the bench and they're making a difference. Odegaard coming off the bench making a difference. We're able to now be able to take someone like Saka off and bring Martinelli on, and people making differences off the bench, and that's what it's going to probably take. It's going to take that for us, and sometimes the manager's going to get the selection right, but then he's got the players on the bench where he can maybe change it around, and I think people need to have a little bit more patience with some of the decisions the manager makes and see once it's done if the players can justify the decisions he's made so as we can win games.
Yeah, because with that squad depth that he wants comes added issues and problems, doesn't it, in terms of getting the right 11 for each game.
Yeah, and pressure as well, because there's a lot of talk now with people, with the manager saying, well, you've got the team you want. Spent a lot of money to get this team and assemble this team. We're talking about it, Shay. So now there's not too many more chances you can get in respect of making it happen with a squad that's capable of doing it. So he's now got to manoeuvre those players and get them into the position, whether they're playing or coming off the bench, to deliver when they come on, because this is the year, I think, to deliver.
Some wins feel better than others, they just do. Bukayo, is that as good as it gets?
Nah, it's unbelievable, man. Late winners, nothing better in football, so speechless, man. I'm so happy.
So what were that sort of last 20 minutes like for you? Because obviously, coming back from injury, you're on the bench by that point.
Yeah, it's tough, when you're on the bench and you can't control and affect the game, but, when you have guys like this guy, he's a big threat, and obviously Big Gabby as well.
A big sip of water there.
Like I was saying, I have big trust in my teammates, and, we got the win today, so happy days.
Go on then, Mikel, give us an insight into your emotions, scoring and then obviously winning it late on.
Yeah, I mean, as Bukayo says, it's unbelievable to win these kind of games. Late winners are the best, but obviously from my perspective is even greater. Coming back here is always big for me, big memories, amazing plays in my life. But also being able to score and help the team coming on as a sub is incredible. And yeah, I mean, it couldn't be better to win in the last minute. And yeah, congrats to all the boys.
Yeah, do you know what? I forgot that for a second, that you used to play here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that makes it more special, I guess.
Yeah, it is very special. Always coming here is great to see all faces, all friends. I've had amazing memories here. I've only been here for 1 year, but still is a big part of my life, of my career. And yeah, to come here and score a winner, I had that again in the same goal as I scored for Newcastle a couple of years ago. It's magical.
Bukayo, does it feel a bit like a curse has been broken today? Because even 1-0 down at half time, it almost felt for a few years like it didn't matter what you did here. Somehow it just went their way.
Yeah, and obviously there's a few things we can speak about. For example, the penalty, you know, for me, like, if we have VAR, it's for clear and obvious error. And the fact that it took the ref that long to decide, you know, it shows it's not a clear and obvious error. But it's things like this, you know, these little things that always go against us. But I think today we got what we deserved, for sure. And yeah, that's why we're all so happy.
Yeah, I saw your face actually when the penalty was overturned. I mean, to be fair, he does get a little bit on it, the goalkeeper, but you were stunned, I think.
Speechless, man, but doesn't matter now, does it?
It doesn't matter now.
Mikel, what does this do early in the season? It just feels like a bit of a swing weekend. Like, I think a lot of people, you know, guys like me, you go into the weekend, Arsenal could be 8 points back, you're 2.
Yeah, I mean, maybe more for the fans or for you guys than for us. We know the hard work we've been putting on, the kind of performances that we've been creating as well. And obviously, winning the way we won today shows the character of the team, how much we trust each other, how confident we are, and that doesn't change, doesn't matter the result. So we're confident. We have an amazing team, an amazing squad, an amazing staff, obviously an amazing fans. So yeah, we're ready for it.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done, guys.
Sorry, in a sense, you weren't hanging on like loads of saves and clearances and last-ditch tackles. I didn't feel that way, but we're trying to work out who's playing where, because at one point there was nearly 4 or 5 centre-halves on the pitch, who's playing in what position. And that's what disappoints me, the winning goal. You know, Lascelles came off the bench, who's a big guy. Osula came off the bench. So you're adding more height to the team. You know, you've already got, you know, Chow, Botman, Dan Burn. You know, you've got a big team there. So it's so disappointing that realistically, just like a straightforward corners come in from Odegaard. Good delivery, don't get me wrong, but you know, Saliba's very clever, so it's difficult. Doesn't matter how big you are, right, as a goalkeeper. If the defender's strong, it's hard to get round him sometimes. And I think that's what he's done. But I think Pope did shout, and he maybe shouted early, and then Saliba's come in late and sort of blocked his path. And I think the shout has sort of took Dan Burn, thinking, I'm just going to keep this Arsenal player out of the way, and Nick Pope's going to come and deal with it. But of course, it's a brilliant jump from Gabriel. Delivery was good, and they've taken the points.
Yeah, and as you say, Newcastle will have known what's coming. They will have worked on it. We saw those statistics there since August 2023. I mean, look at the difference between the next best Chelsea and Spurs.
Honestly, again, it comes down to the service there. Shay, you can be testament to it. No goalkeeper, if you've not got defenders who's going to attack that, is comfortable with the ball coming there. No one. That's such a great ball into the box. So Gabriel does what he does. You know, he gets in there and he makes sure he gets something on it. It's a brilliant, brilliant goal.
Now, at 1-1, you were hoping Newcastle would hold out. At 1-1, right, he was actually asking the Lord, weren't you, to do something for divine intervention here.
It's a Sunday.
Sometimes you just have to go to a higher place.
Arsenal's dramatic 2-1 victory over Newcastle at St. James Park is a huge statement for Mikel Arteta and his squad. Falling behind in the first half to Nick Woltemade's header, Arsenal looked frustrated after wasted chances and even a VR overturned penalty. But Arteta's men showed resilience, with Mikel Merino's late equalizer sparking belief before Gabriel Magalhães powered home a stoppage-time winner from Odegaard's corner. For Arteta, this result highlights 2 key qualities: character and patience. Arsenal didn't panic under pressure, maintained control, and trusted their system until the very end. Such moments are essential for a title race, as they transform dropped points into momentum-building victories. Sitting second in the table, just behind Liverpool, Arsenal's ability to grind out results in tough away grounds strengthens their credibility as genuine contenders. For the players, it reinforces Arteta's philosophy: persistence, composure, and belief until the final whistle.